The studio lights of Jennifer Hudson's talk show blazed with their usual brightness, but the energy in the room carried an unmistakable tension that even the cameras couldn't mask. From the start, Jennifer had told her team this interview with Meghan Markle would not be a scripted, polished PR exercise. Jennifer had built her reputation on honesty, soul, and unfiltered truth, and she wasn't about to bend for anyone, not even a duchess. When Meghan stepped on stage, the audience roared, with cheers and applause. She smiled warmly, waved gracefully, her posture immaculate, her aura regal. Yet Jennifer, sharp-eyed and seasoned, read her instantly. Meghan's body language felt rehearsed, her presence polished to perfection but stripped of spontaneity. Jennifer decided right there this wouldn't be another celebrity chat. This was going to be raw and real, a reckoning live on national television. The opening minutes were polite enough. Jennifer welcomed her guest, complimented her style, asked about her family with Harry and the children. Meghan answered with carefully chosen words, her tone smooth, her delivery dripping with the polish of media training. Every phrase seemed molded by advisors, crafted to protect an image. But Jennifer wasn't convinced. She leaned in and asked, with a voice that carried weight, about Meghan's reputation for framing herself as a victim despite living in privilege and wealth. The audience shifted in their seats, feeling the edge in Jennifer's words. Meghan's practiced smile wavered for just a moment before she launched into familiar talking points about resilience, challenges, and finding her voice. Jennifer didn't let the moment slip. "But Meghan," she cut in, "do you ever feel like you're not just sharing your truth? You're rewriting it?" The question landed like thunder. The audience gasped, realizing this wasn't a safe interview at all. Meghan blinked, caught off guard. For years, she'd chosen platforms. That treated her gently. Interviewers who never dared push back. Jennifer Hudson was different, unimpressed by titles, unafraid of backlash. Meghan tried to steer the conversation toward her charity work and women's empowerment. She emphasized her struggles with the monarchy and her feeling of being silenced. Jennifer's reply sliced through. "You say you were silenced, but aren't you one of the most talked about women on the planet? Millions of women who really have no voice might look at you and wonder why you're still playing the victim." The crowd erupted in applause. Meghan's smile disappeared, replaced by a tight, irritated expression. This wasn't the carefully choreographed image her team had prepared. Her mask was slipping and the audience could feel it. Agitated, Meghan snapped back, insisting Jennifer didn't understand the pressure of relentless scrutiny and institutional control. "You have no idea what it's like to be me," she declared. Jennifer didn't flinch. Calm and steady, she replied, "No, Meghan, I do know what it's like to struggle. I know what it's like to come from nothing, to fight for everything. I have. And I didn't marry into privilege. I earned my way here." The crowd erupted again, this time rising to its feet in thunderous applause. The contrast was glaring. Jennifer, self-made, versus Meghan, a duchess whose story of suffering now felt hollow. Meghan flushed with anger, muttering, "This is ridiculous," her voice picked up by the microphones. The atmosphere had shifted from tense to electric. Jennifer pressed harder, raising the very criticisms that had followed Meghan for years. Preaching privacy while signing multi-million-dollar deals, denouncing the spotlight while orchestrating publicity, advocating compassion while severing ties. Meghan's defenses began to crumble in real time. Her voice grew sharp, her tone defensive, her answers faltering. At one point, Meghan tried to turn the tables by questioning Jennifer's own choices in the entertainment industry. But Jennifer was ready. With poise and unwavering confidence, she replied, "The difference is I own my choices. I don't blame the world for them. I stand in my truth, and I don't need a title or crown to validate it." The audience roared louder than ever, chanting Jennifer's name. Meghan, overwhelmed, shifted in her seat, her breathing uneven, her eyes darting toward the stage wings as though seeking escape. The cameras zoomed in, capturing the moment the Duchess realized she had lost control of her narrative, live and unfiltered. Jennifer leaned forward again, her voice lower but more piercing than ever. "Meghan, the problem isn't that you speak your truth. The problem is that every time the truth gets uncomfortable, you change it. People don't know which Meghan to believe anymore, the actress, the Duchess, the victim, or the survivor. Which one are you right now?" Meghan froze. For a moment, no words came. Her eyes darted, calculating, searching for a safe response. She finally exhaled and said, "I am all of those things." Jennifer shook her head firmly. "No, you can't be all of them when it suits you. That's not truth. That's theater." The audience gasped collectively. Meghan's knuckles whitened as she gripped the arm of her chair, realizing Jennifer had cornered her. The polished performance had unraveled, and there was no script left to follow. Jennifer pressed once more, her gaze steady. "You talk about empowerment, but real empowerment doesn't come from playing the victim. It comes from owning your power, owning your past, and standing in it no matter what." Meghan tried one final time to fight back. She sat taller, her tone sharper, and accused Jennifer of tearing another woman down. "You think you're empowering women by attacking me?" she snapped, her voice cracking under the strain. Jennifer didn't raise her voice. She gave a small smile that radiated both confidence and pity. "I'm not tearing you down, Meghan. I'm tearing down the lies. Women deserve role models who are real, not rehearsed. They deserve authenticity, not performance. And you've been performing for too long." The words hit like a final blow. The crowd roared again, the noise swallowing Meghan's attempts to recover. She sat frozen, her polished mask now shattered, her narrative slipping through her fingers. By the time the segment ended, the audience knew they had witnessed something unforgettable. Jennifer Hudson had stood firm, unafraid, exposing contradictions that had long been whispered about Meghan but never spoken to her face on live TV. The next morning, headlines were merciless. Jennifer Hudson exposes Meghan Markle on live television. Commentators hailed Jennifer as fearless, authentic, unwilling to bend to spin. Meghan's image, so carefully constructed over years, had cracked under the pressure of raw confrontation. When asked later about the explosive moment, Jennifer remained calm and graceful. "It wasn't about destroying Meghan," she said. "It was about standing in honesty. Sometimes the truth hurts." For Meghan, though, the damage was undeniable. The reckoning she had long avoided had finally unfolded. Not behind closed doors, not in carefully controlled interviews, but under the bright lights, before millions, where no amount of rehearsed charm could shield her.